What is up, F and True followers, wrestling fans, and members of the YWC? I'm your host, JC Styles, here with the F brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com with the 3-hour Raw Monday Night Raw review for June 11th, 2012. Raw just went off the air. Decent show. We spent 3 hours building up the job assessment. And I'm just going to run through this show real quick, give you guys my quick thoughts, and then wrap this video up. Start off the show with John Laurinaitis and Vince McMahon. John Laurinaitis comes out and starts talking about people power, starts talking about what he's been doing since he's been Raw General Manager and SmackDown General Manager. And then Vince McMahon music's hit, he comes out. Vince McMahon says that by the end of the night, if this whole entire show isn't exciting, I'm going to say the famous 2 words, "You're fired." Then we move in. Then we see the fallout of this. We see Sheamus versus Lord Tensai. Now, great match. Another match where we get to see Lord Tensai's ability, his in-ring stamina, his endurance that he has since coming to the WWE. There's only been a few people that have really pushed Lord Tensai. We had John Cena last week, and then you have Sheamus this week. Sheamus picked up the win, hitting the bro kick. We then see a backstage interview with R-Truth. R-Truth is talking about how this Sunday at No Way Out, John Cena is going to beat the Big Show, and he is knocked out by the Big Show. Then we move into the mixed tag team action. We see Santino Marella and Divas champion Layla taking on the team of Beth Phoenix and Ricardo Rodriguez. We see Beth Phoenix and Ricardo Rodriguez pick up the win. Post-match, we see Santino rip off the shirt of Ricardo Rodriguez, and he is wearing a Justin Bieber shirt. We then move to backstage. We see David Otunga talking with Vince McMahon. Then Kofi Kingston comes in and says, "I want Big Show tonight." He's looking for John Laurinaitis. He says he wants the Big Show in a match. Then Laurinaitis walks in after that and says, "You're going to get the Big Show tonight, but you're going to get him inside a steel cage." We then see Daniel Bryan come out, and he starts talking about his 2 opponents for this Sunday's pay-per-view match for the WWE Championship at No Way Out. Then CM Punk comes out, Kane comes out, AJ comes out, and the fallout of this, we see a mixed tag team match. We see CM Punk and AJ to take on Daniel Bryan and Kane in the main event of the night. We then see set up for a fatal 4-way elimination match for the #1 contendership for the World Heavyweight Championship. We see Christian, Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, and the Great Khali. We saw eliminations follow. We saw Great Khali eliminated by all 3 Swagger, Christian, and Ziggler. We then saw Jack Swagger eliminated by Dolph Ziggler, and then we see Christian eliminated by Dolph Ziggler. The winner of the match, Dolph Ziggler, is our new #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship at No Way Out. We then see Ryback destroy 2 locals. Before we get into that, before we go any further, the Fatal 4-Way match was stellar. Outside of the Great Khali being in it, they've been spending a lot of time pushing Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler, and also Christian since he's been back from the injury. And it was just really good to see these 4 competitors in the ring, especially Ziggler and Swagger, given that the whole feud that they've had over the last couple of weeks. Also, Christian, they've been really pushing Ziggler and Swagger as a tag team and even as singles competitors. I definitely think that they need to break Ziggler apart from Vicky Guerrero because, honestly, Dolph Ziggler has so much in-ring potential and so much in-ring promise that he doesn't need the likes of Vicky Guerrero. We then see Ryback destroy 2 locals for the win. And now at the end post-match, we see him say, "Feed me 3." So I'm assuming that we're going to see Ryback take on 3 opponents at a time now. We then see McMahon backstage talking with John Cena. And then we go to the ring for the steel cage match. Kofi Kingston to take on the Big Show. Big Show dominated this match from the get-go, toying with Kofi Kingston. And there was moments in this match where Kofi Kingston would get the upper hand on the Big Show because Big Show was just toying with him. But in the end result, Big Show picked up the win via WMD. The ref actually called a stop to the match. I don't know why the bell didn't ring, but Big Show climbed down, walked down the steps and touched the ground and won the match. We then move into Sin Cara versus Kurt Hawkins. Phenomenal match. Definitely like the fact that they're starting to push guys like Heath Slater, Tyler Rex, Kurt Hawkins, and a lot of the NXT and FCW guys on SmackDown and on Monday Night Raw, especially even on Superstars. This match was great. Had nothing to say bad about this. Sin Cara picked up the win, and he's impressed the hell out of me since coming back. And actually, to be honest, he has impressed the hell out of me since he debuted last year. Been on a major role. He is still learning the style of the American way, of the American style wrestling, and it's just a really great show that he gives in ring. Great entertainment for all fans. I got to see his debut against Chavo Guerrero. I believe it was Chavo last year. No, I'm sorry. It was Primo. Yeah, he had a great debut match against Primo last year at Monday Night Raw. The same Raw Edge announced his retirement. We then move into, before the commercial, we hear John Laurinaitis with the theme of the 1000th episode coming up in a few short weeks. We heard that John Laurinaitis has invited a former Raw main eventer to compete tonight. We then come back from commercial. We see Heath Slater standing in the ring. He's talking about it's my time. It's Slater's time. Then we hear the music. It's Vader time. The Mastodon Big Van Vader, known in the NWA and NWA circuit, changed his name to Vader when he joined the WWF. And he picked up the win. I'm not going to say anything bad about this match. It was good. It was good nostalgia factor to see a former legend that, and future Hall of Famer like Vader to come back and grace us with a match that we haven't really seen him in so long in the WWE or even on TV. So it was a very good breath of fresh air to see him wrestle. Fans chanted, "You still got it. We want please come back," and it was just a really great overall night. We then move into the main event. We see CM Punk and AJ take on Kane and Daniel Bryan. Before the match goes on, starts, we see a backstage segment where we see CM Punk just telling AJ, "Look, I'll take care of everything. Just don't do anything crazy." In the match, we see CM Punk getting really worked over. He's just getting thrown around by Kane and Daniel Bryan. He's just really, getting hurt out there, getting a beating. And he goes to tag AJ, and he goes, he gets that look like, man, I wish I could have had a tag team partner. Then, with a big a push to the turnbuckle by Kane, we see AJ get tagged into the match. Now AJ's in the ring and she's staring at Kane, smiling, skipping around the ring. Then she jumps and wraps her legs around Kane and starts kissing him. And at this point, we don't know what the situation is between the two of them. I think it was all a hoax to pick up the win for her tag team.